Today is June 1st, 2012. In less than 48 hours, I'll begin my second attempt at the Comrades Marathon. Comrades Marathon is an 89-kilometer or 56-mile marathon. It takes place between Maritzburg and Durban, South Africa. Some of you may be wondering, why do they call it the Comrades Marathon when it's actually an ultramarathon? That's because the Comrades Marathon began before the distance of a marathon was actually even established. Since it started in 1921, they called it the Comrades Marathon then. They continue to call it that today. Since there's less than 48 hours, I have very little to do today, but one of the great things is that I'm looking forward to the Expo. Throughout your travels to and from South Africa, at the Expo, and on the race itself, you meet amazing people. The locale is amazing, the food is amazing, but the people trump them all. In fact, yesterday on my flight, I flew with a gentleman by the name of Maurice, who, come to find out, finished Comrades last year 15 seconds before my 11-hour and 11-minute finish. We shared the same bus with two other first-time Comrades runners, one from the United States and another from South Africa. We also had Maureen with us, who runs not only 30 marathons a year, paces the New York City Marathon and the Chicago Marathon, but she does 100-mile runs for fun. Oh, and just to keep it interesting, she also does Ironman triathlons, which are a 2.4-mile swim, 112-mile bike, and a marathon. She's also done the Reverse Boston Marathon with Dean Karnassus, where they run from the finish to the start in time for the start of the Boston Marathon, turn around and run it back. These are just a sampling of some of the great people you meet when you come here to South Africa and go to the Comrades Expo. Among my circle of friends, I'm the crazy one. But when you come here, you're surrounded by a whole bunch of crazy people, which makes you feel a lot more normal. In fact, most of them, particularly in my case, are faster and better than I am. But that doesn't matter, because here at Comrades, it's all about the spirit of camaraderie, as you experience at the Expo and during the race. It's approximately 1:15 a.m. in Durban, South Africa. In a few moments, I'll be headed downstairs for breakfast that the hotel is providing, and then headed over to the buses to begin the 2012 Comrades Marathon. The buses will be taking me here from Durban, the 56 miles or 89 kilometers to the start line. The buses leave at 2 a.m. and the last bus leaves at 2:30 a.m. for the 5:30 a.m. start. Supposedly there is construction along the way, so they need a little extra time. These are my final thoughts before I begin the race. I don't know yet whether I'm going to finish or not. I certainly intend to. I mean, failure doesn't feel like it's an option. But then again, every person of the 18,000 or 19,000 people that start this race feel the same way too. I'm not really sure how I feel. I was able to sleep from 5 p.m. until 10 p.m. Local time, and then I was awake, and I couldn't sleep anymore because of the race. Most people before a race of this magnitude can't sleep either. So I decided to get up and do some stretching, and that may have been a mistake. I did about an hour of stretching from P90X called X-Stretch, and during one of the shoulder stands, something tweaked in my back. I don't know what it is. And ever since then, my back feels like it's suddenly gotten tight. Fortunately, I have several hours before the start of the race, and it doesn't feel like it's going to be anything that can stop me, but you never know. If it's a little tight now, it could get tight later. That's the only thing that worries me this morning. I know my legs are going to hurt, and I know my feet are going to hurt. During my training, my heel, the arch of my left heel, has always been a problem, and undoubtedly today, that too is going to be a problem. The question is whether or not I'll be able to get past it. I certainly feel that mentally I'll be able to. I just hope that my body follows along behind my mind. These final thoughts are kind of a mishmash of thoughts because I can't really focus anymore, but that's something I'm going to need to do for the next 11 to 12 hours once the race starts. There's going to be a lot of excited people at the start, and I hope to have some video of the start, some of the great excitement, people getting pumped up to start the race. I hope to be one of the very few people who's not excited, and the reason is I don't want to waste that energy. I'm starting the day with one matchbook full of matches, and I don't want to burn any before the start. So I'm going to try to remain calm, excited, pull in the energy from the people around me, stay focused on my goal, and not worry. One of the mistakes I made last year was at the start, I weaved in and out of people to try and catch up to the pace group. This year I'm going to just take my time. I don't want to get too far behind, but I know that the pacer for the under 11-hour group will be starting in my same corral, the G corral. Rather than trying to rush to catch up to him, I'll try to keep him in sight, and when the opportunity arises, I'll move forward slowly. I don't want to waste any time. I've got my Garmin watch, I've got my heart rate monitor, I've got my foot pod. Hopefully at the end of all of this, I'll be able to post the profile of the training peaks, including the elevation provided by the altimeter in the Garmin. And we'll have some video and some photographs. This is one of those moments that you really don't know what to say. I feel like I'm about to head into battle, but only with myself. That's the only person out there today that I'm doing battle with. There's my own fears and doubts and everything else. But great people do it, and I just need to stay focused. Or think about things that keep me motivated or distracted. Well, I can think of lots of things that'll keep me distracted during the run. I wish my sweetheart was here. It would be very nice to have her massaging me before I left, or just have the strength of her confidence in me. Not being an athlete herself, she doesn't truly understand what it takes to do something like this. She has a good idea, but she's my biggest fan, and it's too bad not to have her here. So that's another challenge you have to face, but one many other people here have to face. And I know she's rooting for me back home. So I better wrap this up, because before I go, I need to hear her voice as my final send-off, or at the very least, tell her I love her. If all goes well, you'll see me in under 12 hours. If all doesn't go well, you'll see me in under about 12 hours. Hopefully, for those of you that are seeing this video later, hopefully you followed along live on thecomrades.com. And if you're looking at this for something you may be doing in the future, say in 2013 and beyond, Comrades Marathon website does allow you to track your runners live from their website, and they even have a live broadcast through YouTube. So we'll see you there. And good luck to everyone who is running today, and all my other fellow 236 folks from North America. I'll be the one, slow white guy in the back with a blue shirt.